Hey y'all, what's going on? Now, I know y'all been waiting on True Blood, and here it comes. And I don't have my bloody bunnies on. Oh, y'all, I told y'all in that other video I would where's my bloody bunnies. Darn it. How can I not have my bloody bunnies? But y'all know what? We're going to roll with it. How about these? I've been moving stuff around. How about these? Let's just pretend that the bloody bunnies, y'all. Anywho, just to talk about the finale. I'm sorry it's taking so long. And y'all, I know it seemed like it's something over. It's really not. I don't know why this is picking up darker. Maybe it's that light hitting it. But I looked at the other video and I was like, that looked like it. Anywho, let's just roll with it. Okay, y'all. Because I had to go back and watch it a couple of times because True Blood has lost their rabbit ass minds. It was good, but y'all, woo, the way it ended just blew me out of the water. I did not see that coming, nor did I get any type of heads up or anything like that. So let's go into it. Okay, let's start out where Russell, he's at the little shit and don't want to start there. Yeah, let's start there. Because I'm just going to kind of talk about what was important to me. Russell, y'all know from the last episode before that, he's at the shit. He done killed the bitch and had her, you know, got the fairy blood and shit. And he's feeling all fairy-ish, you know. Jason and got thrown and hit up against a tree and I'm ready to cut somebody. So, he's trying to get and Sookie and all of them shooting their little hand stuff and trying to keep him. And some kind of way, how did that shit go? Because what? He was almost there and then, yes, this had one. Because didn't y'all already know that Eric was going to be the one to take Russell down? Who else was going to take Russell Eddington down? I'm just trying to figure that out. Who else was going to break Russell off? I really don't know who could have got Russell together. So he's almost in there. Here come Eric, hitting his ass off and took him out. Eric's there in the nick of time because they favorite shit is like wearing down. He's like right here and they right here. And I'm like, Lord Jesus, it's going to go down, Sookie girl. You done wasted all your lights and powers and shit throwing it every damn where. Jason's over there laid down. And the queen that he was with, he's laid out too. Anywho, so Eric gets him together. Which I'm so glad Eric came to his senses. But he had came to his senses already. Okay. Off of that, then they come out, not off of that, they come out, Jason, when he gets up and they get him together, which I'm trying to figure out why in the hell he was in the ground, and y'all, okay, anywho, so Jason's pulled together, but Jason is not himself. He's psychotic ass mama and daddy, they there, and he can see them and Sookie, but he's got this thing in his mind that he wants to kill all vampires because that's who killed his parents. They feel in the fire, they like, yeah, you need to do it, son, and this and that and other. And I'm like, where the fuck they come from and where is Graham? Of all the times that I needed her to bring her old celestial ass back and clear some of this shit up. So, Eric asked Sookie, said, look, we need your help, blah, 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 this and that and other. Okay. So, Sookie was at first kind of like, well, I don't know. You know, but once y'all know that she still cares for Bill or whatever, which I don't know how this shit's going to go because Bill has went so far on this season that, I mean, you know, what's good? Well, how you come back off of that? Anywho, so she decides to go. Now, off of that, and let me flip over to, now, do I want to go there? Y'all know I always go through this. I got to think of how I want to go in order, you know, it's just a pattern in my head on how I want it to be. Let's go on and go over to Joe, because y'all know clearly the new vampires that lost their bananas ass mind, and they going around trying to kill and eat any motherfucking thing, which was what, you know, Lily's blood or whatever the fuck she is wanted them to do. Is just everybody's going crazy trying to make new, you know, vamps and this and that and other. Which, with this situation going on, Joe had to do what he had to do, and the daddy had the little fence around there with his drunk ass. So it's like, you know, he's had to kill him, this and that, another. The dad had to come to kind of get his back because he's trying to take care of something. In the midst of that, it kind of brings them together, which was a good thing. But I'm gonna need the daddy to clean up that motherfucking tent he living in, or whatever the hell he living in, and get himself together. In the midst of this, here come the old vampire, not the old vamp, the old wolf lady, the grandmama. Which, y'all, I know I said she wasn't right, but it turns out she ended up being alright. She was just about her grandbaby and her son, and it just was what it was. But I'm trying to figure out, didn't y'all think that this bitch was going to be a little bit stronger than the other? Because the bitch is old as Methuselah. I don't know. She's the oldest motherfucking wolf. Bitch, you can't do nothing. You ain't got extra long claws, your teeth and shit. Don't do some extra shit. You know. Anywho, so she comes to Joe and them and said, look, you're going to have to do something. He got them drinking vamp blood, and they high off of this shit, which Joe tried to tell him with they silly asses that old dude was on the V shit. Y'all already know Russell went in there and had them to drinking. I think she had to take a little bit. In the midst of that, she brought old girl with her who Joe was running around and rolling and frolicking and with. Boy, I hope you get fleas because you laying with her ass. Anywho, so she's there, she's going crazy like, oh, I can feel it. Just do me right now, Joe. Just, you know, she's like, and I'm like, bitch, you, there y'all again, bitch. I just want to put my hands on you. Y'all, I was so mad. I wanted to get my motherfucking wolf be gone and just spray that bitch. I'm telling you. So she's kind of going through this whole bit. They drag her into the daddy's dirty ass motherfucking trailer. And she's on the bed and she's going through this and that and other. And the daddy, apparently they give her some shit that brings the V up out of them or whatever the case may be. And the daddy is like, well, you know, that wheel and the blood coming out and this and that and other. This bitch, while she laying there, she looks at Joe like, don't think I don't remember that you went off, you left. Like what happened between us wasn't nothing. It wasn't nothing, bitch. It wasn't nothing. He just got on your back, bitch. Just a wolf in him. He couldn't help himself. Anywho, so this bitch is going through the shit. The blood's coming up out of her. They talking. And the grandmama's kind of like, something got to be done. You going to have to go and help them. The pack's fucked up. The daddy hits him with, look, you going to have to fight him with what he got. So he gives Joe some super V. Because he's like, I had a bunch of enemies, honey, and sometimes I got to have me a little V to get myself together, honey, because they be coming for me. So Joe done had it. He had to go and clean old dude's clock. And when I tell y'all, he went bananas and tore his wolf ass up. It was a quick fight. They had to accept that fact. He's like, either y'all gonna bow down or you gonna get what the fuck he got. And they like, whatever. It just kind of, it is what it is. Who was gonna fight with his ass because he didn't want bananas? He's like, we're gonna be about pack, da da da. Okay, off of that. Now back to Jason, because Jason agrees to help them, but you already see in his eyes that the only reason why he's helping is because he want to get inside there and kill as many vamps as he can. Which I'm wondering why come Eric wasn't thinking on the same page, because when they was in that motherfucking elevator, y'all, whoo. Now, Jason, honey, you might have wanted to shoot, but you know Eric will get your motherfucking ass together if he really had a thought that you had it in you, your dead ass mammy and daddy and shit coming, and you going to buy bullets and then whatever else you buying. And Sookie's like, what the hell's going on? They standing there and bitch, why come when you can read minds all season long, bitch, you don't have no inkling that where the hell is Lafayette, which is what we needed. She don't have no inkling that these motherfuckers is talking. And does this have something to do with the shit that's supposed to be coming to get Sookie? Okay. Off of that. So they riding or whatever. They get ready to go handle the shit. Now I want to stop right there because I need to go right now. Since I brought up Lafayette, he's in there. Lala's kind of just, y'all, they did a little bit with Lala's character this time, but they kind of pulled him back as they got towards like the midpoint. It was like, well, that's Lala. He's wearing his wraps and shit, and he's, you know, smoking his weed and having his drinks and things, and he done made a pepper margarita, whatever the hell it was. So he's in there dancing, and old girl and them there, the one that's with Andy, and then the one that's with the dude who cooked the food or whatever. And she's like, well, I'm leaving. I'm going to be with him. And he's like, you can't have one drink, bitch. So she decides to have a drink or whatever. They have, you know, a couple of cocktails, and apparently it's good. in the midst of that, because we already know that Andy got some baby on the way where he been frolicking just a few weeks ago. And apparently when they get pregnant, the fairies, you know, it's hyper damn speed. So, okay, so they talking and drinking. Andy comes around. He sits the broad down at the damn, what is it, in the booth and shit. And she asks for some salt. And this bitch is like, having at the salt, like, you know, yes, I live for salt, but you know, she's a pregnant fairy bitch, and God only knows what they crave, apparently, salt and sugar. Meanwhile, Andy goes around there and sees them, or they come out or whatever. This bitch stands up, and it's already one broad there that's talking about, ooh, Andy, you this and that, another, and the damn chick that he's dating is like, I don't like the way that feel, whoop-de-wop, whatever. The damn fairy bitch stands up and the bitch said, my light broke. Which apparently is her equivalent as far as a fairy is your water breaking. Her motherfucking coochie lit up like the sun, y'all. And it's like she's in labor and they like, what the fuck? And the nurse is, not the nurse, and the damn waitress that your boy Andy Balfour is supposed to be dating or whatever is like, you know what? You know what I'm saying? He done had to explain that she pregnant, he got to do, and she's like, you a rotten motherfucker, but that happened then, and apparently they done slept together again, and she just over his ass, and this is when this bitch stands up and she goes into labor and her light and shit breaks, and I'm like, really? So now is this bitch supposed to help her have this damn lit up ass baby? So this bitch gets on the shit. Now, this is where I need to pause and say that, yeah, this wasn't nothing like a regular birth at all. This bitch, first it was like she was in pain. She had the first baby. Then when it's another one coming, and it's holding a baby and shit, another motherfucking baby's coming. This bitch grabbed her own motherfucking leg. Now to me, it seemed like this bitch is enjoying the whole pushing the baby out, like it's orgasmic for this bitch. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Bitch, did you just take your motherfucking leg like you was just receiving some good sex or something? I don't know. The bitch was, yeah. Here come another baby. When it's all said and motherfucking done, this bitch had 4 babies. Pulled her motherfucking skirt down, wasn't no afterbirth. She wasn't stinking. Her hair wasn't messed up, ruffled, nothing. She was just like, huh. All right, Andy. Nice knowing you. Goodbye. Take care of them. Apparently, they leave their fairy babies. Lafayette and the rest of them's like, what? And I, lightweight, am like, well, bitch, you better tap him on his motherfucking shoulder and tell him, honey, they your babies. Thanks for the experience, honey. I'm the fuck up out of her. Do whatever you got to do to take care of them. I can't worry about this. I'm gone. Now, like, not that I would ever do it, but it was just that nonchalant, like, you know, these motherfucking lit up ass light bulbs is yours, honey. I can't stay here for this. I did all I could do. You see me eating that motherfucking salt over there? I can't do no more. Had them babies and left. Old girl called him a son of a bitch and something else, and he's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Take care of them lit up ass babies? Okay, now off of that. And we had that scene and we're going to go off of that. Now, let's see. Now let's go to the point where old dude who had came with Russell, which, yeah, I have to say, yeah, it's kind of bittersweet seeing Russell go, because that motherfucker was full of so much shenanigans that, you know what I mean, you almost want to see him around a little bit further. So old dude, he's ready to leave. He goes back to the damn authority or whatever, and he's trying to get the puppy, which is the grandbaby, together. Like, let me just get her up out of her. Now, baby, don't you shift, because he genuinely wants to keep this wolf. Meanwhile, Andy and his wild-ass girlfriend, the mama, they in there. Andy done turned into a flying shit, but before that shit happened, Bill's there, and Bill's like, he's like, look, I'm not going to tell anybody. They got the little girl. That's all I want. Bill's like, you done seen too much, which we know Bill done lost his banana ass motherfucking mind, because this motherfucker, he done killed motherfuckers and everything. He really think he going to be Lilith's only piece. Come on, really? When just last week, bitch, Lilith was coming to every motherfucking body. The cleaning lady, the motherfucking elevator man, any motherfucker who could even think about drinking her blood. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Sam's there like, well, look, and Bill's like, we can't let you go, and he's fucked up. He ready to kill Sam or whatever. Sam turns into a fucking fly, which I thought was, you know, a smart move, because, I mean, it was just kind of hard for Bill, couldn't get him, even with his lightning speed. Okay. Meanwhile, y'all already know that Jessica had got out and this and that and other, and Jason's going through his shit with his celestial ass mama and daddy coming telling him to do crazy ass shit. She's like giving him a hug. He's like, man, she's like, I know I love you finally. This and that and other. And they go back, and Tara, she's kind of sitting somewhere and told, like, I'm going to need to know where Pam is, because that's her motherfucking making. I'm going to hit y'all off with the rest of the shit. Yeah, because that shit threw me off too. So they all go in there, and Jason's like, fuck him, I want to go in there and kill him. He ain't trying to be bothered with Jessica. He's just under some shit. Okay. So they go and shit, and they get in there, and I feel like, why do I want to talk about, I don't want to talk about the driving scene. So they go, they all decide to go or whatever, they get ready to go, and, you know what I'm saying, try to get Pam out of there, try to save Bill. I forget if they was going to try to kill or whatever, but ultimately it was about them saving Pam, getting Pam, and saving Bill. You know. But at that point, I don't think Eric knew that they had Pam until Jessica got out and got loose and was able to tell her however the hell that went. And now he knows that he's got to go get Pam. Because even though he don't have her no more, that's still his motherfucker. And now him and his sister's back together, and they doing what they doing. And, y'all, that's just wrong. And I don't even want to think about him putting his sex parts, his pee-pee on this sister. Come on now. Anywho. So they go back in there. Jason got shit in his mind. He got his wooden bullets, and he kind of like, yeah, I'm riding. I'm going to kill some of you motherfuckers when I get in here. So they get in there. They get to shooting. Eric goes in like Eric always do, go in a room full of motherfuckers, and he will set it the fuck off every time. Eric will just get it done. Sucking them in there, and let's see. Jessica's trying to do whatever she can do. Jason's just shooting their motherfucking vampire, and they seem to think that he's doing it for them. He don't give a fuck. I think ultimately he wants to get Bill, because I think he thinks Bill's the one. Which, cause we ain't never got down to the shit of who the granddaddy done sold Sookie to and where is this person. They just left that shit off. Just none of that shit's in it. You know, at the end thinking that you gonna get, you know, find out who the fuck is this. No. That shit was gone, just like Grams didn't show up when the motherfucking mammy and daddy popped up. Anywho, so they in there, in the midst of that, Sam done figured out how he's going to get them out of there. He turns into a fly. Bill and said, kill every motherfucking thing. He's going fucking bananas or whatever. He goes to old girl and tells her, letters came to you. You should be the one drank the blood. Meanwhile, the bitch don't know that he done took some other blood and put motherfucking silver in it. He done killed this bitch. Bill done lost his motherfucking mind because he think him and Lilith's gonna be together forever. And he's just hypnotized by the hairy cooch and just the blood and every motherfucking thing. You nasty, tight clothes wearing son of a bitch. I want you off the shit. I'm tired of Bill, y'all. Anywho. So they see Pam, and Pam gets out. They let Pam and shit out some kind of way. How did it go? Yeah, they let Pam out. What's his name? Then turned into the damn fly, and old dude thinks he's with old girl, but it really ain't old girl. It's somebody else, and Sam didn't know. The girl that became her, and yeah, it was just a lot going on with that. So I'm thinking that I'm trying to think, was she sick or did she get sick from shape shifting or some shit like that? I forget. Oh, that woman with the red hair, that's who she was. Sam was, I forgot who he was, but ultimately they was able to kind of work the plan out or whatever the case may be. I think Sam was old dude who was getting a little wolf or whatever, however. Okay. So now about this time, Bill and Sookie is not Bill and Sookie, Eric and Sookie's trying to go find Bill because he done lost his ravenous ass mind because he done killed and did every motherfucking thing he can do under the sun. So they talk to him like Bill don't do it. This is a faceless God or godless God, whatever he was trying to say. Y'all know they've been borderline and blaspheming the whole damn time since it's been on, damn it. I need them to correct that shit. Okay, so Bill's like, no. Sookie's like, if you ever loved me, blah, blah, blah. But Bill's so motherfucking gone and fucked up that, you know, he wants to do whatever he got to do. And Sookie's like crying and like, if you ever loved me, and thinking he wasn't going to do it. Let's stop right there. And let me go back for a minute, because I got to talk about when, I'm trying to think, how did it go? With the chick who's Eric's sister. What did it be? Anywho, we just gonna go over that, because every time I try to think of that bitch and what she done, I just draw a blank. Okay, so Bill's drinks the shit, and they think he's not gonna drink it, and Eric's like, oh no, Bill, and they really trying to save him. That motherfucker drinks that shit, and I'll be damned if that bitch didn't motherfucking explode. And I'm like, oh Lord, Bill's gone with his tight ass outfit and shit. Well, damn, how the hell did they kill? You know how they gonna kill off Bill? Okay, and I'm kind of like, okay, well, Bill then exploded like Russell. Where we going with this shit? They didn't save Bill. You know, and I'm thinking the whole time they gonna fucking save Bill. Now, let me get off of that for a minute and go to the shit that shocked me damn near as much as that did. When Tara motherfucking went and got Pam out the shit. And did I say that shit wrong? Was Erica out already? And then she was like, I want to be with you. However that shit went, y'all. I know that's why I should do it right away. Why did Pam and Tara start kissing and shit? So Erica's like, I knew I was motherfucking right. You know, she was right, and I knew it. They kissing and shit. They get ready to be together. Ain't this a bitch? I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Are they just... Really, y'all, I had to go back and run that shit back, because I was like, are you kidding me? So apparently now Tara and Pam gonna be together, and maybe Tara's gonna be able to bring out the soft side, and Pam... What was that? Brent dropped his phone, y'all. Oh Lord. Anywho, so yeah, they kissing. So apparently they love us now. I don't know how this goes. Have they already been doing this? Have they been bumping vampire coochies this whole time and nobody ever gave me the memo? I don't know. Now on back to Bill being a bowl of bloody soup. Thinking this motherfucker's dead. Sookie's tore up the blood and got on them, and they just kind of... And I will be damned if that motherfucker didn't come back up out that blood looking like a bloody ass queen. Now, y'all, I told y'all Bill was a motherfucking stunt queen, honey, and he pulled the greatest stunt of them all. The bitch died, came back as a bloody ass trans man. I don't know what the fuck Bill came back as. He was bloody as hell. Don't shade the trans man or whatever. Because clearly Bill went down to the blood as a lady and he came back as a bloody ass man. I'm just saying. But I'm like, what the fuck? So now he's Lilith. In the midst of that, they get gone, and Eric's like, come on, let's go, Sookie. And Sookie's just toe up and through. Jason them, they at the elevator, and I think they like, we got it. And they sitting in there, and Jason, meanwhile, is sitting there, and Tara's kind of like, no, Jessica's like, are you okay, Jason? They get ready to go up to the top and get ready to get into this battle. So they go up, and I'm like, what the fuck? I understand that you do a damn cliffhanger, but they did not. I mean, damn. I understand giving that, but you didn't clear the shit up about Sookie and who was looking for Sookie. It was good or whatever, but it was a whole bunch of shit that was left out. And I was like, well, what the fuck? They could do better than that. Y'all could have cleared up one of these damn things, but they didn't. So I guess that's how this shit gonna start. We're gonna have Tara and Pam together in a love relationship. Bill's a motherfucking bloody queen. Eric and his newfound relationship with him and his sister. Jessica's in love with Jason, but Jason is trying to kill every vampire he can, and Lord knows Sookie got to be all fucked up. And they got 4 motherfucking kids made of light bulbs. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Lafayette is back to his old self, but I'm still wondering where the hell is Jesus. What the hell's going on? It was a lot of shit left out. Now, y'all, if I left some shit out and I didn't do it in y'all order, I apologize or whatever. Y'all more than welcome to please, and I want y'all. I wish somebody would do a review on somebody else, so I can look at somebody else's point of view on it or whatever. Anywho, that's pretty much what I got out of it. If I left some shit out, y'all add that shit in. Y'all was a little upset with it. I really was. I have to be honest. Some people was like, I really liked it. They gave us hell of a cliffhanger. But I was upset with what they left out. They could have cleared up, you know what I'm saying, one or two things. You know what I mean? Like, I would have rather them left the shit out about Joe taking over the motherfucking wolf shit versus leaving the Bill shit and definitely shit with who's looking for Sookie and this and that and other, leaving that shit out. So y'all drop that shit below. That is pretty much what I thought of it. As far as the season, it was like, you know, up and then down. I felt like at first they was kind of trying to throw too much stuff in, and then they pulled it back and left us with a boring ass scene. And I guess it's kind of like, what the fuck do we want? But even that shit out. I want the writers to really get in there and give us a true storyline to follow, not boom, 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 but, you know, bouncing all over. So that's what I thought of it. If y'all disagree, I do understand that. Thank you to all my bloodies who participated on the Cup of Blood group. It is open all year round. So as we learn things about what's coming up for this new, Lord, y'all, it's a whole year. One day coming back and this and that and other, you know, people will still be adding pictures. People are still over there discussing things, so y'all stay on there, stick in with it, because we're going to still be talking about True Blood. Now, to my bloodies, if it's another show that y'all want to talk about as far as on this order or whatever, please leave it on the Cup of Blood page, or you can leave it down here below. Something, you know, whether it's Walking Dead or whatever. I don't know about the American Horror Story. I think I'm too late. Grimm. Oh yeah, y'all, I got on this show called Grimm. Are y'all hip to Grimm? Tell me if y'all want to watch that shit. You know, it's good. Now, I don't know that it rivals The Walking Dead, but it's pretty good, and I done got caught up. I watched the first season, and now I think they've only had 3 this season or some shit like that, unless they've cut it off. So I caught up on Hulu, so tell me if y'all want to watch that or whatever. So, you know, just for those who kind of like the things like the True Blood and this and that and other. So let me know, you know, if it's something else that y'all want to watch that's kind of on the same order. So y'all, I'm out of here. Much love. Bye.